Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to my study session. My name is Rhiza and I'm from my class is 2018. So today I would like to explain about a simple machine. But well, I wonder, it would be so boring if I explain it only in a usual way, manual way, or structural way. So I think that I could explain it in not in such an ordinary way. So today I would like to explain a simple machine in the form of a five frequently asked question about simple machine. So it's more like a YouTuber thing. So there are five questions that I got from the website. I would put the link on the description below. So I would explain about the question first, and then I will also explain about the answer at the next session. So this is a simple session with Riza, and this simple session I would like to explain about the simple machine. Enjoy. Okay, next go back to our slide. This is the first questions. So the first question is about why are they called simple machine? And then the comment is, it's physics, man. How could it be simple? Because it is simple machine. People are asking, why does it called as a simple? How could it be simple? It's physics. And people know it that physics are complicated as hell. And so yeah. So the simple in here, the simple machines only use a single applied force. So it is not as complicated as the other kind of machine that we know. So in this universe, in this world, in this earth, we know a lot of kind of machines, starting from electrical machines and then also automotive machines, and they are very complicated. But it's different. This is a simple machine. So the simple in these terms, it refers to the only one single applied force. So they only use one single apply. So that is why the simple machine are called simple. So that is the simple meaning behind the name of simple machine. So it's pretty simple if we compare to another machine. Okay, that's the first frequently asked question. And then the second one, it's about, so what machines included as simple machines? So as you can see in the picture, I already attached five kinds of example of simple machines. The first one is wheel, an axle, and then also the next one is pulley, and then the next one is wedge, and then the next one is lever, and then the last one is inclined plane. So let me explain it shortly one by one. So this is the first one is about the wheel and the axle. So it's like a one package. So you got the wheel and you got also the axle. So it cannot, move without one and another. So it's kind of, it needs each other. So wheel and axle is a package, and both are simple machine. And also, before that, if I ask you, why does it call a simple machine? Because it could be used it could be used and it could be functionized. So that is why it is called a simple machine, because it could be used and it could be functionized. So it is a simple machine. The next one is pulley. You can see the pulley like literally everywhere. Maybe in your house, when you like use a traditional way of getting your water from sumur. Yeah, you know it. What's the activity name? In Bahasa, we call it in nimba air. So you use pulley, it's that too. And then that's a pulley, and you can also find it in maybe in the construction field. There are a lot of machines are using pulley. So simple machine is actually really useful in our daily life. You can see it like literally everywhere, in every places, even in your house. And then the next one is about the wedge. So it is wedge. You can go outside your room and then you can find the scissors like in front of your room, right? Even beside you. So the wedge, it is very useful and also functionized, very well functionized. So that's why it is also called a simple machines because it only uses one single applied force. And then the next one is about the lever. So lever, what do you know about lever? Do you ever see a seesaw? Of course, right? Seesaw is very interesting game. You can play on your playground with your brother, your sister. So yeah, lever is also one of the simple machine. You can see it in a construction field, or you can see like literally beside your house in the playground, and it is useful and functionized. So the last one is inclined plane. So don't you wonder why inclined plane is included as simple machine? Because it could move you. It could move you everywhere. You know the escalator or the moving stairs at the mall? So it's actually an inclined machine, inclined plane, and included as simple machine. So you move because of it, and it is inclined. So it's basically very useful, and also it could move you everywhere. So this is called as a examples of simple machines. And then next up we have, okay, the screen doesn't move. Okay, so for the number 3, for the third question, what is the most useful simple machine? So surprisingly, this is the very frequent asked questions. Our number 3. What is the most useful simple machine? So, well, actually, the answer is it depends. All of the simple machines are useful, so you cannot choose whether the simple machine is very important and that simple machine is not important. So both or all of the simple machines are important and also as useful as the other one. So there are no like this one is important, this one is useful, this one is not. So it's all equal. It depends on where you want to use it, for what you want to use it, with who you want to use it, because it is all depends on the situations. If you want to cut a paper, cut a straw, or maybe you want to cut maybe you want to cut, well, something you want to cut. You cannot use inclined plane, right? You cannot use a pulley, but you can use wedge. Or in this term, you can use the scissor. So it is very useful, and there is nothing that's more useful than the other. So that is the question and also the answer. So that's for our third questions. And then next for our fourth questions. The question is, so how big can a machine get? So in these terms, the machine that we refer to, it is about the simple machine. So the answer is a machine can be as big as you want it to be. Like the sky is the limit because the sky is so big and wide. You can make your own machine as big as that. The bigger the machine, the more expensive it is to make. So that's the consequence. If you want to make a bigger machine, you need to spend more money. But if you can, then why not? But well, interestingly, something interesting happening nowadays. So people are like racing to make a smaller gadget, a smaller machine. So the smaller it is, the expensive it is. So it's like you make all of the materials, all of the components in a single and simple, very simple thing. So it's like the smaller it is, the more expensive. So yeah, the world has changed, and yeah, people have changed too. But the thing is, a machine can be as big as you want it to be, and the sky is the limit. You can make a machine that is as big as you, or as big as your parents, or as big as your brother. So yeah, that's for our fourth question. And then for our fifth question, it would be about, oh, my mistake. Let's move. Okay. Uh, okay. I really am sorry for that mistake. So, number 5. The question is about what are the effects? Oh, this is the last question. I'm sorry. This is the last question, our fifth question. So, what are the effects of simple machines? What are the effects of simple machines? Like the most common effect. Don't you think about it? What effect could happen about the simple machine? So, About this question, there are four most common effects that could happen or could occur during when you move, during when you use it. So the first one is, well, actually there are a lot of effects, but this is the most common and also the one that you can feel at the moment. So the first one is that it increases the amount of force applied to an object. So it's not only single one object that is applied to one object. It's like when you move a box with a wheel and axle, you can sorry, you can like add another force into that with that simple machine, because there is not only one applied force. And the second one, increase the distance and speed an object moves. So back to the previous example, but the box. So box is a stagnant or a stable solid thing. It doesn't move anywhere. But if you give it a force, if you like you put it on a wheel, on an axle, and then you move it everywhere, you move it with constant speed, then it is called by the effects of simple machine. So you can move the object like everywhere with that simple machine. So that's the effect of simple machine. And then the third one, or the next one, it's transfer of force from one place to another. So it seems like magical. It's like the theme of my PowerPoint. It's very Christmas and it's very magical. So you can move the force from one place to another. Don't you think like it's very amazing to move a force? Because it's a force, in a form of force, you can move it. So it's like the same principle like the previous example that I gave, that I stated. So it is like to move it from one place to another place. And then for the last one, it's about change the direction of a force. So when you have like an inclined plane and then you put a ball on top of it, and then you just let it go. You just let it down and then down and then down into the ground. Do you think that it would likely to be in a straight line? No, right? It would may turn left or turn right, or maybe it wouldn't. It stops, or maybe it keeps moving until nowhere. Well, that's what it means by change the direction of a force. And also, you can move the box, and then maybe you put it also in the inclined plane. So that's the effects of the simple machine. So it is all about the forces actually. So I think that's all for me. Let's see what the next slide would be. So the next slide, it's about the thank you screen. So thank you so much for listening to me. I'm sorry for listening to me. If I may say thank you again, then I will say thank you again. And also don't forget to check the link below, because I will kind of attach the link to the original link. So I kind of get the question from that link. And also thank you so much again. And I hope that you don't get fulfilled, because it's not good to be fulfilled by the knowledge. You have to be thirsty and hungry for knowledge again. So that's all for me. Thank you so much. Again, I say thank you for the fourth times, but it's okay. So bye-bye and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.